Good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you today?
We're doing well, ma'am.
How are you today?
We're fine, ma'am.
Okay, good to hear that you are all feeling good. Okay, before we start, let me introduce myself first. I am Glacy Mae C, Pegte, and I will be your teacher for today's meeting. Our topic for today's discussion is all about the agricultural tools, farm implements, and farm equipment. So let me read the objective. First is to differentiate the agricultural tools, implements, and equipment. And the second one is to identify the different tools, farm equipment, and farm implements used in agriculture. Okay, my question is, what do you think is the difference of agricultural tools to farm implements and farm equipment? Anyone from the class? Okay, Ms. Bulawin, you're raising your hand.
For me, the difference between the three.
Yes.
So, the agricultural tools is alike. Magamit ang magamitan na siya og kamot. Then, farm implement, I think, with the help of the animals, the tools that help with the animals. Then, ang farm equipment is the machineries.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bulawin, for sharing your idea. So let's find out now. But first, we have to tackle about what is agricultural tools. So agricultural tools are commonly light and handy that are needed in accomplishing farm activities. So when we say agricultural tools, those are basic, manual, or handheld operated tools. And these tools typically require human effort for operations. And these tools are used for weeding, for land preparation, and also for cultivation or harvesting. So, and overall, no, generally, when we say agricultural tools, these are simple, hand-operated tools lang siya. Meaning to say, kanang mga basic tool lang, kaya lang magamit with our bare hands, manually siya ginagamit. So class, what are those agricultural tools that you usually use in your mag-farming mo? Yes, Ms. Bola, please stand.
I think ma'am is the most common and ginayos naman is bolo, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bola. Anyone? How about you, Ms. Jonaline? Ms. Ria Bonanza?
Based on my experience, ma'am, is ganin piko, ma'am, to cultivate the soil
Okay.
before planting.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Bola. How about you, Ms. Jamola?
Of course, ma'am, shovel.
Please stand.
Shovel.
Okay, shovel. Thank you for sharing your ideas now. So here are the agricultural examples of agricultural tools. First, we have the crowbar. Crowbar or barretta is used for digging holes and digging out stones and tree stumps. So when we say crowbar, they usually call it as barretta, but we call this as cabra, di ba?
Yes,
And cabra is part siya sa agricultural tools na nabilong sa digging hole. So it is used for drying, for lifting or separating object, as well as for para makuha na dija ang mga nails na kuan na sa kahoy. When we say separating object, like for example, kung sa kahoy pabitaw nga nakapikit na siya, para mas dali makuha ang mga nails. So ang atong gigamit is cabra. So, di ba, dali ra siya gamiton?
Yes,
So, kung mga, example, mga nails nga nakalubong na sa kahoy, di ba, kung dili madaya sa hammer, ang cabra ang ato ang gigamit. So, again, cabra is an agricultural tools because basic lang siya gamiton and ginagamit nato siya manually.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let's move on to the second one. So, will you please, Miss Bulawin, so what do you think is the picture being presented and what is the use of the picture in farming or in gardening?
So based on the picture, it is a shovel. And the purpose of shovel is to transfer solid materials or soil.
Okay, thank you for sharing, Miss Bulawin. So, shovel, sakto no? Shovel, or what we call as pala, it is used for removing trash, digging loose soil, and transferring soil and mixing soil media. So, shovel na siya broad flat blade, and it has a handle which dinhaan nato ginagamitan, and the use of the shovel is para magkabot og yuta or transferring soil from one place to another, and also kanang mga sand kung maghimo ta og bay kibali sa baboy or magantag farmhouse, di ba? Magamit ta og shovel para magkabot, or gigamit pud nato ang shovel kung magtanom ta kung dili madaya sa bulo. The next one we have, okay, can you guess? Miss Jamola?
Bolo, ma'am.
Bolo. So what is the use of bolo in farming or in gardening? Will you please stand?
The use of bolo, ma'am, is to remove weeds.
To remove weeds. So that's correct. Thank you for sharing, Miss Jamola. So bolo is used for cutting weeds, bamboo poles, and picks for constructions and trellis. It is also used for harvesting crops. So bolo is used for cutting weeds. So, di ba ang bolo is usually maoy atong ginagamit kung maghawa ta. So there are two kinds of bolo. Ang isa nga usually nga gigamit nato is kato ang gamay lang siya, dili siya kung sharp bolo. Ang ikaduha is ang sharp bolo. So ang gigamit nato nga bolo is for kung maghawa ta, for cultivation, di ba? And also for harvesting crops, like for example, taro or mga kalibre. But in some areas here in our country, the sharp bolo, they use it for harvesting crops like sugar cane. Kay mas hait man mo siya. So again, bolo is part of agricultural tools because basic lang siya gamiton and manually siya ginagamit sa tao. Now let's move on to the farm implements. So what is farm implements, Miss Sibuala?
So, when we say farm implements is, for my own understanding, ma'am, it is the use of animals. Kailangan nito dyan ang mga hayop para function din.
Okay, well said. Thank you, Ms. Sibuala, for sharing your idea. So when we say farm implements, these are commonly made of metals that served as accessories for draft animals or mounted to machineries. They are usually used in land preparation. So farm implements, these are more larger and more specialized tools that is used with farm machinery. And this farm implements, gamiton siya manually or usually ina-attach din siya sa mga equipment or mga large na equipment, like for example, a four-wheel tractor. So here are example of the farm implements. First is the plow.
Yes.
Plow. So plow is used for tilling wide areas, making furrows and interior cultivation. And this is pulled by draft animal, made of metal, wood, and or a combination of both. So the purpose of the plow is used for tilling wide areas para mas madali ang pagdugmok sa yuta, di ba? And also, para maghimo siya furrows o interior cultivation, kay di ba kung makabantay mo kung idarohon ang soil is madali lang siya pagtanom. Andala mo siya yung mga linya bitaw para dili na maglibog ang farmer. So, ang plow, this is usually pulled by draft animals. So, diri sa ato ang place is gina-attach nato siya sa sample sa kabaw. So, but in some areas, horse jud na ginagamit. And also, kani ang plow is gina-attach po nila sa four-wheel tractor. Like for example, kini. So kini sila gina-attach din sila sa four-wheel tractor para mas madali ang bungkag sa yuta. Mani ang example ni Jared guys. So kini is ginagamitan siya og animals, and then the other one is gigamitan siya og equipment like four-wheel tractor. Okay, who can guess the picture? No idea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This is what is called as rotavator. Rotavator is also called as rotary hoe or rotary tiller, and it is a modern harrow and used for pulverizing the soils, which is usually mounted to a tractor. So, ang kanyang rotavator is modern harrow siya, and the purpose of this is to tilling the soil and pulverizing the soil. So, unlike sa plow nga kana ang hinay ang iyahang pagbungkag sa yuta, kung kini ang gamiton, mas dali ra o mas bungkag jud, mas dugmok ang yuta.
Yes.
Now, okay, mao ni ang rotavator no. Kung gi-attach na siya sa equipment or sa four-wheel tractor. Now let's move on to the farm equipment. Miss Riam Bonanza, will you please share your idea what is farm equipment?
For me, farm equipment is a mechanical machine to use in cultivating the soil. So for example, is katong tractor. That's all.
Okay, thank you for sharing your idea, Miss Riam Bonanza. So that is correct, no? When we say farm equipment, these are machineries used in land preparation and transportations of farm inputs and products. These machineries require highly skilled operator to properly perform their respective uses. So farm equipment are these are machineries no nga ginagamit nato. So usually mao jud ni ang gina-attachan sa plow o kadtong rotavator. So okay, Miss Jamola, why do you think na ang machineries man require man highly skilled operator to properly perform their respective tasks?
Of course, ma'am, it needs to require highly skilled because you need to know how to operate and how to use it, and of course to ensure your safety. If you're expert in that machine, of course it ensures your safety because you know how to use it.
Wow, well said. Thank you, Miss Jamola. Let's give a hand to Miss Jamola. Okay, kinahanglan no og highly skilled na mga tao nga mo-operate sa farm equipment kay para sa safety. Kay kung dili pud siya kabalo, so pwede nga madaot ang equipment or makuan ang dili mamao ang kuan sa ato ang mga sa soil. Okay, the first one we have the hand tractor. So, familiar mo ani?
No,
Okay, hand tractor, it is used to pull a plow and hollow in land preparation. So I know dili ta familiar ani kay murag kuya man diri sa ato but the use of hand tractor, it is made of metal, and the use of hand tractor is para i-pull niya ang plow and hollow in land preparation, and also it is used for tilling the soil and pulverizing the soil. So gamit siya kaadyo kay example kung naatay small scale na area sa pag-farm. So, pwede na nato gamiton ang hand tractor. Dili siya kung bugat. Manual po siya nga ginagamit. So, again, part siya sa farm equipment kay kuan man siya motorized. The next one, we have water pump. Will you please read Miss Bulawin and share your idea what is water pump and what is the use of water pump in farming or in agriculture?
Water pump is used to draw water from a source for irrigating the field. So, as mentioned in the screen, the water pump is, the one purpose of water pump is to irrigate the field.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Bulawin. No? So that's correct. Thank you for sharing your idea. So when we say water pump, it is used to draw water from a source of irrigating the field. So like for example, kung naatay tanong nga rice field, Di ba mas dali kung naa ang water pump kay para makakuan og water. And also, gamit po ang water pump kung naamoy business, like for example, sa kanaang fish pan. Diba? Mas dali ang makakuan ka og water through the use of water pump. The last but not the least, we have, who can guess?
Ma'am,
Okay, Miss Riam Bunasa.
in Bisaya, ang term, ma'am, is sulfur.
Yes, okay, thank you. What do you think is the use of salt put?
To process the kaning humay na gikan gigayab.
Okay, thank you, Miss Riam Bunansa. So, this is what we call as axial thresher. Axial thresher. It helps separate the seeds from the stalks, and it is a type of agricultural machine designed to separate edible parts of grains such as rice, wheat, or barley from the husk or stalk. So, for example, ma'am, as si Miss Riam Bunansa, no, nga ginatawag siya diri as salt pot. So, para bitaw, kung mag-ani, mas malahi na ang rice, malahi na itong mga steam, mga husk sa rice.
Yes.
So, again, this is parts just sa farm equipment kay motorized man siya.
Yes.
So, I think that's all for my topic. And this is our activity. Since we're running out of time, we will do this tomorrow. And for your assignment, this is an essay, good for 30 points. How important agricultural tools, farm implements, and farm equipment in farmers' daily tasks. Okay, kasabot?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think that's all. Thank you, class, and goodbye.
Bye, ma'am. And thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
Bye, ma'am. See you tomorrow, ma'am.
Next.
Take care, ma'am.
Goodbye and thank you. Goodbye.
Dahil send mo.
Oo.